Dang. Hey guys, what's going on? Jab here, and in today's video, boy do we have some news for Bitcoin, because in the last few hours, Bitcoin has actually decided that it was going to go ahead and defy all technical expectation and rally above $9,500 to $9,523 where it sits at the time of recording this video. Guys, not only is Bitcoin defying the TD sequential, the MACD, the RSI, and many other technical indicators and fundamental indicators indicating that Bitcoin should have had a correction a few days ago, Bitcoin is rallying above some very, very important resistance. Guys, I will tell you, I've been in the space for 3 years. I've seen many bull markets and massive rallies start, and this is looking like one of them when Bitcoin has every technical indicator in the book telling it needs to have a correction and it completely ignores it. That is almost always an early warning sign of big bullish movements to come. Guys, in this video, we're going to be breaking down the movement that's happened on Bitcoin over the last 12 hours or so, and we're going to be talking about where it might be going from here as the halving fast approaches. You're going to learn a lot from this video, and I do heavily encourage you to continue watching until the end because I have a treat for you as always. Before we dive on into it, as always, I do want to first just mention the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. You can see our currently running coupon code over to the left of me. If you want access to the curriculum that will teach you everything from the very basics of technical analysis all the way through the far more advanced concepts that you're going to need to know to learn how to work in these markets, I encourage you to check us out. The link in the description down below. As I mentioned, every single weekday of the month of May, a video will be going live in the course that had not previously been seen. Today, our updated video on how to spot a winning indicator and pattern will be going live. I'll be uploading that to CT2A right after recording this video. If you want to learn how to do TA, check us out. The link in the description down below. Don't click off the video, though, because we have a lot to get to. So without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Ding. Morning, guys. Guys, here in the month of May, Bitcoin has more or less been sitting in a glorified bull flag as we've been deciding whether or not we're going to respect all of the technical indicators saying that we should go to the downside, or whether or not the bulls are so exuberant that they're going to straight up ignore them. I think we have our answer. At least for now, Bitcoin has rallied up to the level of resistance that it was testing around $9,350. And as of the last 2 hours as of recording this, Bitcoin has broken to the upside. Now guys, I want to put a disclaimer here since markets do move quickly, and this is a good example of that. This video will take about 3 hours to produce, so this video is about 3 hours behind. Everything here should still be relevant, but make sure you go check your chart for the most up-to-date information. As you guys will know, not only has Bitcoin rallied here for the last 55 plus days and moved over 130%, Bitcoin has also managed to get through key level of resistance after key level of resistance, starting with the 50 daily simple moving average, the 200 daily simple moving average, and out on the weekly chart, we see even more with the 50 weekly moving average, the 20 weekly EMA. There's so many levels of resistance that Bitcoin has absolutely smashed in the last couple of weeks. One thing I'd certainly encourage you guys to keep an eye on also is the 8 green in a row that we're looking at right now. As you can see, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green in a row on Bitcoin. Let me show you the last time that's happened. It wasn't in 2019. It wasn't in 2018. It was actually in 2017. The last time that we saw Bitcoin see 8 green candlesticks in a row, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here in April, May, and early June of 2017. And after the 8th green candlestick, we retraced for 5 weeks down to the 20 weekly EMA. Needless to say, 7 green in a row on the daily and the weekly chart is extremely rare. Seeing 8 green in a row on the weekly chart is something that happens a few times a decade, and we've just seen it happen now. Well, what does that mean? Well, some events can be both bullish and bearish depending on how you interpret them. I believe that this is an extremely bullish event because it is showing that the bulls, despite everything going on in the real world right now, have the capability of driving the market to the upside, even against the market forces that you would think would pull Bitcoin to the downside, like 25 million unemployment in America. It can also be a bearish thing on the other hand, though, because that means that the bears have not had their day in over a month. Now, I understand that they did have a 50% day back on March the 12th, but you also have to understand that the bears need time to take profits so that they can stay satiated and so the trend line can continue. I've just checked the chart, and the last time that we saw 9 green weekly candlesticks in a row was 2013. So it's extremely unlikely that we're going to see another green week following this, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a blow off top before Friday. Technically before Monday, because that's when the candlestick resets. Yeah. So where does this leave Bitcoin, guys? I mean, Bitcoin has rallied 130% in less than 2 months. We've had both of the prerequisites to a golden cross that, as you can see, looks to be coming right around the time of the halvening. And despite all, and I do mean all, there are a lot of technical indicators calling for a bearish correction on Bitcoin, it has continued to move to the upside. In my mind, there are two scenarios that play out here. Either one, Bitcoin continues to rally, the halving drives hype, and Bitcoin moves higher from there. We did actually see that happen in 2012. One halving resulted in a short-term correction. One halving resulted in a long-term rally and a short-term rally. So please understand, there's not actually a lot of historical precedent to decide what the halving is going to do to Bitcoin. The last one, we did see a 25% correction over the course of about 30 days. The one before that, we actually saw about a 60-day, 2,000% rally. So we don't really know, based off of historical precedent, what's going to happen to Bitcoin in the short term, but we do seem to understand that it's going to cause long-term bullishness. As for the short term, guys, I want to draw your attention back to the call that we made about a week ago talking about a Bitcoin correction. We made that call for many different reasons, and it was a good call. It does seem that it was a little bit premature, though. Because as you guys can see, the TD sequential still has a 9 flash, it's still expecting a downtrend, and Bitcoin is still ignoring it. We have had 3 color change candlesticks because of TD sequential now. The last time that we saw the TD do that was actually back here in 2019 in June. Bitcoin ignored the TD sequential for 3 days, and then on the 4th day, the correction started. So is the correction starting tomorrow? Not necessarily. I do want you to understand the TD sequential is fallible. We saw a 9 flash here, and Bitcoin did ignore that. Just because we saw Bitcoin retrace from a TD sequential flash once does not mean it must happen again. But the entire point of these videos lately has been to highlight that Bitcoin has technical and fundamental reasons to have a short-term correction before the halving, and it's ignoring that. That either means that the bulls are extremely strong and they're going to drive a bull market, or it means they're getting overexhausted and they're going to get wrecked when the bears come in. That's really up to you to decide. Which faction do you find yourself in? Do you think the bulls are really strong right now and they're going to retain that strength? Or are you bearish and you think the bears are about to come in a big way and pull us back a few $100s or a few $1,000s? Let me know up there in the top left, top right. My top left, your top right. Yeah. Because, guys, I'll be honest with you, Bitcoin looks very bullish right now. The trend is your friend until it ends, but there's wisdom in understanding that the trend will end one day, and if you can spot when that trend is going to end, you'll be in a better position. Let me ask you a question. Would it have been a better idea to buy Bitcoin down here or right here? Because I know a lot of you guys right now are jumping on the hype train. I know a lot of you guys are jumping on the bandwagon and buying Bitcoin right here. And that might not be a bad idea, especially if you're planning on holding it for a year. I think that's a great idea. But for those of you who are trying to enter a swing trade now, guys, let's look at this market. What is the swing trade here with the benefit of the hindsight that we do have at our fingertips? The buy-in position was down here. The sell position was up here. You see, when markets start to rally, a lot of people are not really sure, is this a rally? Is this going to go somewhere? People are unsure of themselves. They're low in confidence in their own ability. They don't understand the market to its fullest, and they don't have the wisdom based on the experience and the information that they need, so they don't understand where the market's going to go, and they don't have the confidence to make a trade based off of that understanding that they don't have in the first place. So what do people do? They wait to see that a trend has been validated time after time after time after time again. Oh, we broke this resistance. Okay, maybe I'll go in. No, hang on. Let's wait for a little bit more confirmation. Oh, now we broke this resistance. Okay, now I'll go ahead and put some money in. No, I'm still not feeling it, and then you get stuck in paralysis of analysis and you never actually get into a trade. My friends, if you're not in a trade by now, you have missed your opportunity. I'm not saying that you can't buy now and in 7 days you won't be in profit, but I am telling you, statistically, it's a bad idea to invest in a short-term swing trade right now. Is Bitcoin about to explode to $11,000? Maybe, but statistically speaking, it's less likely that it's going to do that, and it's more likely that we are going to have a correction sometime soon. You know that signal I said that's flashing in the title? That would be the daily chart RSI sitting at 75. We have not seen daily RSI that high since June of 2019. And by the way, what happened in June of 2019? The top of a bull market. Bitcoin went into 10 months of correction following. So I want to make myself crystal clear here on 2 points. One, please don't make a trade based on what I say. I've seen a lot of you guys in the last couple of videos say, oh, Jeb, you said this, and I made a trade based on that. I've told you guys pretty much in every single video, don't trade based off of what I say. Do your own research and analysis for you. Never let someone else do your thinking for you. You can get ideas from us. That's what we're here for. But don't trade just because what we say. We can be wrong, and I have been many times, and so have you. But the second thing I'm saying is that just because Bitcoin looks bullish right now, just because the trend is your friend till it ends, just because Bitcoin does have a lot of bullish momentum right now, and just because a week from now, Bitcoin might be trading at $1,500 more than it is right now, does not mean that now is an actually good entry position. The risk is extremely high and the reward is very low. So if a good trade does come to pass, and if Bitcoin does rally very far to the upside, understand that it was less likely that that was going to happen even if it did happen. Right now, a rally to the upside might be a 30-40% likelihood. In the future, if it happens, of course, it was 100% because we know what happened with the benefit of hindsight and history, but we don't know that right now. And right now, all of our technical indicators are saying that Bitcoin should consolidate or should have some kind of correction. To counter all that, because I like giving you guys both sides of the argument, I'm not sitting here on kind of an interview stage where I have someone on the other side to present the other argument, so I'm going to present both arguments. On the other hand of what I just said, if you'll notice, the last time that Bitcoin rallied that high on the RSI was the end of the bull market, but actually, Bitcoin had been rallying that high on the RSI since the beginning, right back over here. Bitcoin rallying above 70 on the RSI, staying between 50 and 75, that is generally bull market territory. So if Bitcoin does have a correction in a little bit and have that RSI pull back even 5 or 10 points, that is an extremely bullish thing for Bitcoin, and it does indicate that we might be at the start of something big. What I don't want you guys doing is getting over exuberant and buying the top, because I see that happen a lot. I want you guys to have wisdom in your trades and not just throw money at the market because it's been moving to the upside for the last 60 days. Believe me, the market could reverse tomorrow or it could reverse 6 months from now. The technicals say that a short-term reversal is going to happen sooner rather than later, but we shall see. One thing to point out, by the way, is that the daily chart MACD is starting to diverge bullish once again with this green candlestick. To wrap all of these thoughts up into a bow, I do believe that the next 6 months or so will be bullish for Bitcoin. From there, it's hard to project, but the next 6 months, I do see a lot of bullishness coming in. We're about to see a golden cross almost inevitably at this point. We're seeing a halving event come relatively soon. MACD is above the zero level. RSI sitting in very bullish territory, slightly overbought territory. We're seeing a lot of good things happen on the weekly and the monthly chart, and the technical and the fundamental space is looking as good as ever. The YouTube space is exploding in the cryptocurrency market right now, and that's absolutely incredible because that means more people are entering the space that either at one point had left the space or have never even heard of the space in the first place, which of course, either way, it means growth. And growth means more money and more liquidity and solvency coming back into the space. You also have the miners become hodlers theory that we've been discussing, and when you put all of that together, we have a perfect storm of bullishness. So please don't take what I'm saying here as bearishness. I am very bullish on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin does have to go through its natural correction cycle. And I think you guys who have been here for a little while understand just that. Guys, learning technical analysis is very difficult, and there's something I want to talk about here at the end of the video, and it has to do with this logo. This, as you guys will remember from a couple of videos ago, this is the 3D printed version of our old logo before we got everything professionally designed that a friend of mine named Alex made, and a subscriber of ours that I met in person 3D printed this. His name was Max. It's pretty cool. I've had it sitting here on my desk ever since I used it as a prop in the last few videos, and it serves as a great reminder of what the last 2.5 years have brought this channel. We just passed 35,000 subscribers yesterday, and we're already at 35.2K subscribers, which is ridiculous. Welcome everybody who's new here. Before I even go any farther, I gotta pump the brakes and say thank you, by the way. There's 35,000 people subscribed to this channel. I checked our analytics. There's like 12,000 of you guys who have the post notification bell hit. Hit that post notification bell and join the notification squad if you haven't already, by the way. But guys, over the last 2.5 years, there have been so many things that have gone wrong on the channel. I have made so many mistakes. I've come so close to giving up. I've come so close to, oh, I'm gonna go start Shopify, or oh, I'm gonna go start this. I've done that many times, and of all of the lessons that I've learned, many of them I've learned because people have told them to me, and I haven't had to learn them the hard way. Some of them I dodged a bullet, and this is one of them. One of the lessons I learned by chance, and I got right by chance, was, in the words of Sam Ovens, the fact that the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And guys, over the last 2.5 years that we've been working on the channel, for a while I thought I was going to go into engineering. Before that, before the channel started, I thought I was going to go into astrophysics. For a little while, I was going to stop doing YouTube and I was going to start running a Shopify store. I thought I was going to do all kinds of things other than YouTube, but I decided that this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to stick with this, and I want to see this through, and I want to see where it's going. And all of a sudden, guys, 2.5 years are culminating in amazing, amazing things. Crazy things are happening behind the scenes on this channel. By the end of this year, The level of quality of content on this channel is going to be stupid. We have so many projects going on in the background for you guys to get hyped about. I don't really want to announce any of them just yet. Some of them are kind of boring and businessy, but some of them are really exciting, and I cannot wait to share them with you. This is going to be a fantastic year. I've been saying that since the beginning. Guys, there's a reason that they call successful people visionaries. Is because they have a vision of where they want to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years out. But the only way you get to those visions, because I had a dream of being exactly where I am today 2.5 years ago when all this started, and it's incredible that I'm sitting in this chair doing these videos the way that I wanted to that long ago. The only reason that that dream of mine came true and everything else came true, and that the fact that I'm able to do what I'm able to do came true, the only reason that all of that happened was because of two words: persistence and faith. I had faith in the dream that I had, and I had the persistence to chase it until it came to fruition. And it is because of that that this logo right here and this, at this point, desk prop means so much to me. It's because after the first year of working on something, you don't really see a whole lot. After the second year of working on something, you don't really see a whole lot. In the words of Patrick Bet-David, the first 24 months of any entrepreneur's life should be called the survival phase, because that's all you're trying to do is survive. But we're finally getting to a point here on the channel and in McAfee Media and in the company that we are about to start growing exponentially, and I am so excited about that. And the reason I'm so excited about it is because I get to share it with you guys. And the reason that I'm mentioning it here in this video is not to get gushy. The reason is because I want to give you guys a message, and I want you to understand the importance of faith, diligence, persistence, hard work, and vision. It was my father who taught me that you should never give up your dreams no matter how big they are, because you never know if they're going to come true or not. If you keep dreaming, there's a chance that they will come to pass. Even if they don't, it's better to have a life of hope and a life of ambition and a life of dreams than to have a dull, gray life at all. If your dream is to become an expert technical analyst and to become profitable in trading and investing and make money in cryptocurrency, I can tell you it is possible. I have been there. I have done that. I have got the postcard. I used to not know what moving averages were. I used to not know what the difference between resistance and support was. I didn't know what RSI stood for or how it was calculated. I didn't know any of this because at one point I wasn't in the cryptocurrency space. Now I do, and it took a lot of work, but it did happen. And guys, it's to cut down on that learning curve and accelerate your progress towards being an expert technical analyst, trader, and investor that we made the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Over the last 18 months, we have been building CT2A to teach you everything you need to know from the very basics all the way up through the far more advanced concepts that you will need in your trading and in your investing. As I said in the intro today, our video on how to spot a winning indicator and pattern will be going live. Everyone who's in CT2A will get access to that video today for no extra charge. If you're in CT2A today, you're going to get access to all current and all future content. By the way, at the end of this month, the price of CT2A will be increasing. If you join today, you're going to get access to all current and all future content, and you're not going to have to pay that new price when the price of the course does go up. Guys, we are putting dozens and probably at this point hundreds of hours into updating the course, so we absolutely have to increase the value of it and the price of it because the value has gone up so much. We do have a 14-day money-back refund guarantee. Yes, we do accept Bitcoin, and guys, I just want to be totally honest and transparent with you. We've had 1,431 people enroll in CT2A ever since it launched on September 23rd, 2018. At any point in the last 18 months, any one of those 1,431 students could have refunded the course for any reason within 14 days of purchasing it, and by then, you could have gone through the entire course 7 times. You should know if you want it or not. We've had, I want to say, around 11 refunds. That right there is remarkable. I'm very proud of that. What that means is that we have built a product that people want and that people enjoy and that people get value out of. If you have 1,400 people be able to snap their fingers and get $200 back and none of them do it, that says something right there. If we were getting refund request after refund request after refund request after refund request, we would know something was wrong. The last time that we saw anything having to do with a refund, you know what it was? It was 2 of our students on the same day, about a week ago, wanting to rejoin the program because they had refunded it, and then they wanted to rejoin the program. They wanted to come back to it. 2 of those refunds out of the 11, yeah, they rebought the course, so it's actually like 9. It is a good program. It will help you in your technical analysis. I can promise you it'll be worth every single penny if you're serious about this. If you want to learn more about it and you don't know where to start, you can do 2 things. You can email us at cryptojeb@gmail.com. I'll have Taylor put this up right here. By the way, if you ever ask for my email, I can't put it in the comments section because YouTube will block a comment that has an email extension in it to stop scammers. If you ever need my email, this is it, cryptojeb@gmail.com. That is our one and only email. There are people with fake emails of me trying to scam people. Don't fall for them. Feel free to ask me in comment sections of this video if you ever have a question as to whether or not something is legit, or on Discord. And you can also find our email on the About page of the CryptoJeb YouTube channel. If you have any questions about CT2A before you join, you're more than welcome to shoot me an email at my email address to ask me questions. You can ask people in the comments section down below what they think of the program if they've been through it, and you can join our Discord server down below and talk to some of our students. But one thing I have to say here at the end of the video, guys, is that a teacher can lead a horse to water, but a teacher cannot make the horse drink. I can give you all of the information in the world. I can hand you a golden key to technical analysis, but if you don't take advantage of it, there's nothing I can do about it. At the end of the day, if you want to learn technical analysis, it's not a matter of is it possible, it's a matter of did you make the decision that you were going to do it. Because it's definitely possible. The only thing that matters is have you decided that you're going to be successful with it. That's all there is to it. You got this. I have faith in you guys. I know you can do it because I've seen thousands of people do it. You just got to learn somewhere. So guys, technical analysis is awesome, and this right here reminds me every single day about the journey we've been on and how incredible it is. If you guys want to go on that same journey, the link to join CT2A is in the description down below. As I said, we do a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee, and yes, we do accept Bitcoin. Just took a Bitcoin payment yesterday, actually. I dropped my logo. But for now, though, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel when you do that. But anyway, guys, like I said, that is going to do it for today's video. Before we go, though, I do first just want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.